It's finally here, the first official trailer for the Dungeons & Dragons movie. And it might be cringier than your Tabaxi Artificer Rogue from your Saturday night D&D group. Calm your emotions while we scorch this blight into the Forgotten Realms. Here on Basic Glitches.
I came up with a theory for this movie why everything is the way that it is. I was in the shower, I was lathering up my litchy body, and a wonderful idea came to me as I was pontificating about Chris Pine and Hugh Grant and mimics.
While you're naked in the shower,
I was naked in the shower. From the Owlbear outrage to everything else, to the pop music, I've got a theory that explains it all.
Yep.
Stay tuned.
I think it makes sense to break this down into a few parts. Kind of give you a feel for who's in the movie, then we'll get into what we think the movie might be about, and then we'll give you some more of our opinions. The chosen lead actor for this film is Chris Pine. How do you feel about that one?
He has ties to the directors. He starred in one of the Horrible Bosses movies, which they directed.
Horrible Boss 2, where he plays kind of a lovable sociopath. I love his role in that movie.
I've never seen it, so I'll take your word for it.
He's so murdery and lovable.
The party consists of Pine, who's a bard. You have sexy tiefling lady, who's a druid. You got Michelle Rodriguez as an angry barbarian fighter, possibly. And your boy...
Oh, his name is Reggae Jean Page.
Reggae
from
Jean...
Bridgerton.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
He's the fucking Duke.
The Duke.
He's the sexy Duke from Bridgerton. That's it?
That's him.
He's so hot. What is he doing in this movie? Everybody is sort of just a notch below, right? Like, you couldn't get... Because the thing is they're clearly trying to make a Marvel movie here. They're trying to make a big popcorn flick that can appeal to the widest audience possible. All of those really awesome actors are already tied up in AAA franchises from Marvel and DC and other places. So you got Chris Pine. How do you feel about the pop music?
The Zeppelin, yeah. The reason why I felt like they used it was because of Chris Pine's character being a bard. It took me a while to almost understand Chris Pine's character from the trailer, and then after they threw that piece in at the end of, Druid Girl being like, oh, and what do you do?
Yeah, he's like, I make plans when the plans go wrong, and then he also plays the lute.
Yeah.
Back to my question, do you think that there's going to be pop cult, like actual music from our world in this Faerun?
I feel so.
Yes?
I feel like so.
You think they're going to go like that? They're going to go Star Trek? They're just going to bring some...
Yeah.
They're going to bring
Chris Pine. They're going to...
bring some Beastie Boys?
Of course, because he's going to come
Realms?
into the camera and he's going to get his theme song just like in Star Trek.
I actually think it would be really, really funny, and I don't think they're clever enough to do this, if they had like sort of Ren Fair versions of like
of contemporary music,
yes,
of rock music. That would be so cool.
Because you'd be watching the movie and you'd be like, huh?
Like I know this song.
I know this song.
But it's in that would be.
And then like you could actually do a really cool editing thing where it's got like the sort of Ren Fair medieval sounding music, and then an action sequence kicks in and changes to the real version. How do you feel about this tiefling character, this Owlbear outrage that has the interwebs aflame?
What is the Owlbear outrage? I didn't read up on this.
So
I read up on other things about it, but not this.
Hey, we're going to get into nerd territory here.
Oh no.
You have a tiefling druid. She wild shapes into an owlbear.
Okay.
Which, according to Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition rules,
lawyer,
is against the rules, because a druid cannot wild shape into a monstrosity, which an owlbear technically is. And if she's not Circle of the Moon, the CR rating for that creature might even be too high. Ergo, people are pissed.
I knew this was going to happen. The movie's not made by D&D nerds. It's not made by people who are looking at all the rules.
Oh, how do you feel about that? How do you feel about this outrage? The supposed Owlbear outrage, where they're literally like, this is stupid, you didn't even get this part right.
You gotta relax. You just gotta calm down. Honestly, everyone does want to tear this movie to shreds. People who love D&D are gonna catch every single mistake that they're making. Because they literally live their lives in some of these worlds.
What do you think is the plot of this film? Do you have any ideas?
They were thieves, they stole something, they gave it to the wrong person.
Yep, that's in the trailer.
That's the trailer.
Yep.
What they stole looks like red glowy horn.
Horn of Orcus, perhaps?
That's what I was thinking.
Horn of Orcus?
So I thought that the Horn of Orcus, they summon Orcus to command the armies of the damned.
It's a heist movie, right?
It's a heist.
It looks like a heist
It's your
movie.
Ocean's 11
meets D&D.
meets D&D.
Yeah, it also almost meets Thor Ragnarok because Hugh Grant, when they're in Neverwinter, if you actually look, there's like this arena. There's an actual mage arena or something that they get drawn into at one point. Yeah, Chris Pine is supposedly a harper. At one point, he has like a little harper pin on. He's got like a little he's not in his normal little outfit. He's got like a cape on. He looks a little bit more regal. So maybe there's that secretness to his characters that he's supposed to be this bumbling bard that just seduces everything, but he's actually like a secret agent for like the Harpers or something.
Yeah.
Ooh, plot twist. Plot twist. Do you think that this is going to be based on any previous lore? You think this is coming from like an earlier module?
It's hard because there's really no way to tell, right? Because what they gave us in the trailer was really this huge mishmash. I wish they had been a little more, if it is guided by a previous adventure, a previous storyline arc, I wish they had thrown something in there. Told us it was the Horn of Orcus.
We wanted that whispered, as they're holding the Horn of Orcus.
Like, why not? If that's what they're gonna do, if it's really gonna take a story seriously,
Sure.
Right now I just feel like it's a mishmash by what they gave us.
I don't think it's based on any modules. I think this is 100% new idea, new story. And I can answer it in one word. Merchandising.
Merchandising! God damn it, if you aren't 100% right. What's that?
Hey everybody, we're gonna need you to go ahead and backstab that like button.
Oh god damn it, like button, get out of here. But yeah, like us.
I will be shocked if we do not get an official Honor Among Thieves adventure module. It's coming out next spring. It's going to take you a year and a half to get through the entire campaign that it was only 2 hours at the theaters.
I'm not that mad.
No, I mean, it makes perfect sense. I mean, if you're not making a D&D movie to sell a shitload of D&D books, then why are you making a D&D movie? Let's run down all the things we noticed real quick in the movie trailer.
Horn of Orcus. Boom. Horn of Orcus. Probably. Maybe.
Neverwinter.
Neverwinter. Yep. The Underdark.
Icewind Dale.
Icewind Dale. And while they're like opening this ancient lockbox, there is a shape that is very reminiscent of one of the die that the most common favorite die that we use.
D20's in there, I think.
Yep. My least favorite spell, the Green Flame Blade.
Sure, that's in there.
Is pulled by someone.
Looks like we got Misty Step.
Misty Step.
There's a gelatinous cube.
There is a Displacer Beast.
A Displacer Beast, sure. There is, I'm sure there's going to be goblins and orcs. Those look like maybe, there's a black dragon, there's a red dragon.
I did see orcs in the background, right? Black dragon, yep. What was the spell that the druid uses to like flip through the ground
Dimension Door, maybe?
Dimension Door,
I don't know.
I was looking at the trailer and she has like some kind of weird plank of wood going through her boot and I couldn't figure out what it was.
I think that's a mistake.
I think it is. I think it's part of like the...
non-CG'd, like, something.
Because they had to flip her over somehow and it's two separate images. You can see when she comes through the door. When she comes through the other side, you can see her hair is up as if she was upside down coming to the right up position.
Yep.
So I think that wooden bar was almost to like pull her up.
Part of the special effects. They'll probably edit that out,
Yeah.
hopefully. Or they maybe look like a thunder wave. They had that helmet that they got.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was a specific artifact or if it was just thunder wave.
You know, Super Mario 64 boss battle at the end with Bowser with the
big
platform that teeters and
with that chunky red dragon. You got the Red Wizards of Thay, led by their Lich.
Zaz Tam.
Ooh.
Totally recognizable and memorable name to...
Yeah, Liches stay together. He's in our Rolodex. Never calls us back, piece of shit. The Owlbear, obviously.
Owlbear, yeah, off the top of my head.
There's that guy, he had that sword, like he shoots a sword at one point. He literally launches like the blade of a sword.
Oh, yeah.
hilt.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I know they're going to turn the freaking t-shirt blaster on with all the creatures and spells that we're going to see. Do you recognize this? Do you recognize this? Do you recognize that? It's going to be fun, but it's going to be that thing that's like grating, right? It's like just get to a story. I feel like we already know we hit this phase in filmmaking probably since Avengers, the first Avengers. We're gonna get the Marvel formula. This is being applied to this Dungeons and Dragons film.
We don't know. Obviously,
it looks like
it's a trailer.
It looks like it.
It has a very Guardians of the Galaxy James Gunn vibe to it. Even the font sort of has that feel. The Honor, what's the name of the actual name of the movie? Honor Among Thieves.
Honor Among Thieves.
Very generic.
The Chris Pine actor really is the Chris Pratt
Oh sure, this Philip
of the
Stanley.
Guardians Galaxy.
Yeah.
Guardians
He's Star-Lord. It's personally not what I wanted out of a D&D movie, but I understand why they did all the things that they did. I am going to make a bold prediction that the D&D movie is going to gross $1 billion worldwide. I think it's going to be that big of a hit for Hasbro. They've taken a formula and they've literally just took a microscope to that, and they've dissected it, and they're like, this is the best chance possible to kick off a franchise. Let's not F it up. And that's the right call. I can't be mad at them for that.
Whether you're excited for this film or you're not, I think I'm excited that it does well. Because
I feel like really well. Yeah,
it needs to for it to break the ice. Otherwise, if it doesn't, they're not going to make anything else.
I will be shocked if this thing comes out of the gates with like Rotten Tomato fresh score of like 89%. Not that I give it any crap about any of that stuff.
But it's going to make money.
I think it's going to make a lot of money, and I think it's going to not piss off everybody.
Yes.
I think it is designed to be... It's French vanilla. It's French vanilla D&D movie. Here's my theory of why things are the way they are in this trailer. A lot of people are saying that this feels like a typical D&D party, right? These aren't your typical heroes. They're a band of plucky idiots that have bad ideas, and then when those plans fail, they have more bad ideas on top of them. You have the owlbear situation that everyone's mad about. You have pop music playing. The reason why all this has happened, my theory, is that we're going to get a end credits screen at the end of this movie, and it is going to reveal
who's been playing
the entire time. There has been a group of young teenagers playing these characters all along.
Yeah.
And that will explain the DM
why it's
fuck-ups,
so bad, yeah.
Why it explains why the story is cringy and like insane, and they have such terrible cockamamie ideas. It's going to explain why there's there's music playing in the background. It's going to go fourth wall. It's going to go very meta.
Hopefully it is that.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
It makes sense.
As I was naked lathering up my body, I was like, do you know what would be amazing?
And now if it actually happens...
Is if they do this. Let me know if you think I'm crazy, or if you just think it's a movie written by a bunch of studio hacks and these two guys that did Horrible Bosses too.
That'll honestly save everything.
Right? For me, it would.
That's a good call. Like if they know they're not going to get everything right during the movie.
Sure.
Just throw it in at the end that like the DM has just been this like 13-year-old kid like sure you can be an owlbear when you're right.
If you enjoyed this video, we got plenty more for you. Maybe you want to watch this guy right here.
That's our favorite video.
That's our favorite video. Go ahead, give it a watch. We dare you.